Hello, angels. Well, I'm going to attempt to make this video one more time. Every time I try to make this video, something happens. This particular video, of all the videos that I've made, this one has been the most difficult to make. I just did a taping, and usually I do my videos in one take, but I just did a taping and my camera just stopped. The battery is full. I have a lot of memory, but it just stopped cold and didn't save. So I don't know if it's something that I shouldn't be talking about, or if it's something I should be talking about, but something that doesn't want me to talk about it. But I'm going to do it. I just feel guided and led to do this. So anyway, this video is about extinct human beings. Now, you know that there are extinct animals and animals that are endangered of extinction. But did you know that there were also human beings that exist that no longer live? I have told you before that I'm an angel whisperer, and I hear things and see things all the time. I also see visions. I am taken on astral events, and I've seen the Akashic records. Sometimes when I see the Akashic records, I don't even know that that's what it is. And then I'm led to believe that that's what it is. I find out that that's indeed where I have been. And that's where all of this information is. The collective keepers of divine expression are the Akashic keepers. And they reveal these types of histories to anybody. You just can't have ill intent. But anyway, these extinct humans, I want to tell you about two of them. Briefly, I'm going to tell you about the one that I believe that I was a part of. They lived thousands of years ago. They were melanated humans. They were able to live in the water or swim in the water for hours, like days. They could stay in water for days. Now, there's been this documentary about a certain fish that came from the ocean that over time had to adapt to its new surroundings, and they believe that some humans evolved from this. Now, I want to tell y'all something. You don't have to take my word for it. I'm telling you I'm being led to this. I'm telling you I've been given certain information by certain entities, and I've been guided in astral travel and see these certain things, and I'm ready to talk about it. So do your own research. But every single human that is here on earth didn't come here the same way. What do I mean by that? What I mean is, some people believe in evolution, that humans evolved. Like with the fish. There are some humans that came from that way. There are some humans that came from being created from an atom. There are humans that came from other animals. And we evolved. Australopithecus, I believe, was a type of human that was more animal, in their ways. There are some people that, I think they were in the hills of Europe, what we call Europe now. All human beings did not evolve this way. Now, some people believe that there was a grafting, that some human beings came from other humans, but they were grafted. They believe that's how some races were evolved, and maybe it was. Everybody, I don't believe that every single type of human that exists today came in existence the same way. I just don't. There were many, many different forms of humans. There are different types of humans. There are different hues and so-called race, I use that term loosely, that don't exist today, but used to exist. Which brings me to my next topic or type of human that is extinct. It's called the blue people, or the mu people, mu. Um, these people were actually angels that were just cast down, or cast. They used to live in a. When I say cast down, they used to live in a different parallel universe. There was there in an existence or a realm that's higher than this realm here. So when I say cast down, I don't mean literally from the heavens, from the sky, but from that level of existence. They were in a different dimension. We are in the third, going to the fourth dimension, and they were like in the fifth, sixth, seventh dimension, and they were cast down. These people were blue, or they walked among man and woman. They had reproductive systems. They were very tall. In fact, a lot of the information that you see on the movie Avatar, um, they they get this information from this group of people. Um, they were cast down to this plane, and they called this plane, here it goes, hell, or ha ha. Now, you ever heard somebody have that saying when somebody was talking about, you heard that saying, oh, ha ha, hell. That's the saying. I'm old school. I hear that all the time. Ha, oh, hell, oh, ha ha, hell. That's a place. It actually is in existence. It was here. Here, this is hell. Um, this is where they lived. They lived in an island, but they had the ability to cloak themselves, to cloak their chariots of fire, to cloak where they live. I do believe they can also shapeshift and make themselves look different, but it's more comfortable if they stay the way they are, with blue skin, very tall. Um, and they mated with the women, and they put their seed in them. So that's why sometimes there's a family in Kentucky that has blue skins. There's a gene, there's a trait. It's very rare that people are born with blue skin nowadays, but it does happen. Um, the Bible in the book of Luke 24:4 talks about these angels at Jesus' tomb. And also Kings chapter 6 verse 17 talks about when Elijah seen these angels, and they were great. The book of Numbers also talks about it. The book of Numbers chapter 22 verse 23 through 31, talks about these different angels and things like that. Now, I'm not a big church going type person. I don't have anything against the Bible. I do believe the Bible has been tampered with, but I do believe there's a lot of truth in the Bible, that you need to learn how to read the Bible. Not just read it, but understand it and know that it has been tampered with, so that, people can still control the masses. But the Bible has been tampered with. I don't believe that Jesus is coming back in the flesh. I just don't. I believe that Jesus was here, and he did die trying to save us. And I also believe that there was more than one Jesus, that history only talks, scholars only tell us about, and the scribes only makes us think, try to make us believe that there was only one Jesus. But I believe that there was more than one. I believe that there were several men. Name was Jesus, and I also believe that there was a female Jesus. Okay? I get guided to this type of information all the time. I'm taking our astral travels. Sometimes I forget right away, and then other times the information just float in my head, and I'm like, where did that come from? And I have visions and things like that. But these angels were extended down, and they lived on this realm, and the earthbound realm, and it was called hell. And Yeah. Yes, so I just want to let y'all know that they had blue skin, and then there was another race of people who they looked amber. Their skin literally looked amber like. They are in the area, we're in the area where we call Egypt, and they had really, really red hair. And there's a queen that I'm writing a book, well, you know I'm writing a book, Pisces Window, A Journey Through 1,000 Worlds. And I'm talking about this certain queen. And I will um, make another video about these extinct human beings. And the reason why I know so much about this particular race that have amber colored skin and red hair is because I believe I was a part of it. I mean, I know I lived here many, many times. I've had many, many lifetimes. And I will talk to you about that. But I just wanted to drop that on you right now. I know I'm going to get a lot of people go, what did she say? Miss Quiet Queen, you done bumped your head. But no, I'm trying to very slowly but surely. All of my videos are leading up to the bomb diggity video. So stick with me, and you don't have to believe everything I'm saying, but do your research and you find out on your own. I'm not making this up. I don't play with this. I said that time and time again. I would never stop saying it. But I have seen visions of a world that exists thousands of years ago. And I'm going to tell you about this queen and her subjects. There's a lot of history that is lost. If you look at scholars today, and you look at, even if you go to YouTube and you watch documentaries, and I don't want to offend anybody, but if you look, all of the people that they depict that lived thousands of years ago, even back in Jesus' time, they have them looking like they're Anglo-Saxons, like Celtic or Caucasian. I have nothing against that, but there are other races. What about where black people come from? And our history, you know, our ancestors, that history of those people is either being eliminated, not talked about, or erased. Okay? Not everybody in history was of the white race. And I'm not trying to make anybody be upset. I'm the last person to do that. But, I mean, there are a lot of great people in all races. But when you go on YouTube or you watch cable shows, they show you. And I watch those shows about traveling shows, and you go in these churches and you see all these great pictures, and I don't see nobody that look like me. Where's my family? Where's my ancestors? You look at, when you go to other parts of the world, look at the history of China, you see people that look like the Chinese people that live there now. You go in other parts, you know, go in India, you see people in their churches, they look like the people in India. But here in America, where my peeps? Where my peeps at? And don't tell me to go to Africa, because my ancestry is not from Africa, believe it or not. My bloodline is from German. My maiden name is Hendricks. It used to be Hendrike, but over the years they changed it. Hendrike is German. Also have Irish and Swedish and Jamaican. So, what? Oh, we got Native American too?
Yeah, granddaddy's great-granddaddy's mom was full-blood Cherokee.
Oh, yes, right. My grandmother was, my great-grandmother she was Chippewa?
Full-blood Cherokee.
Cherokee. She was Cherokee. Yeah, she was full-blood Cherokee. We seen a picture of her, hair down to her ankles. That's right. And then I have more Indian on my great grandmother, my other great grandmother, on my grandma's side. But anyway, so I'm just wondering where this lost history is and why isn't it talked about? And I'm not saying this to offend anybody. If you feel offended, I apologize. So don't be offended. I'm going to talk about this some more in another video. I just wanted to get your opinion on what you think so far. And leave a question, rate, comment, and subscribe. Thank you, angels. Stay in the light.